you know what's really funny getting the show started today? I always like to take a peek at the comments, see what you guys are up to. And Tony, you know what I'm figuring out? We have conversations going on the. And by the way, good afternoon, everybody. Great to be back with you on a high noon. And thanks for everybody who stopped by the Bob Weir show last night. We really there was a cathartic experience, as they say. Just kind of talking it through and having different voices. And thanks to everybody that came on last night and everybody that supported the show, watched the show. It was necessary. You know what I mean? It was a necessary exercise. But Tony, I'm reading the comments today and I'm seeing that one of our favorite people out here in the PNP community, Humdinger 87, she's out here talking about what I guess is a New Year's resolution where she's going herbal delish free for the first month of 2026. More power to you, Humdinger. You can do it. You're almost at the halfway point, and then you'll be crossing the finish line in no time. But it makes me think about New Year's resolutions. Tony, ready for this? Don't have any.
Yeah,
I don't have any. My New Year's resolution is I don't have any resolutions. That's my resolution. How about you? Any promises made? Any like new lifestyle changes? Anything like that for you, buddy? Because I'm just doing the same act I did in 25. Right.
Well, you just said promises, and it made me think of and please remind me of the band. You made me promises.
Well,
Who is that?
Listen, I don't know about that. I would say I don't know. I don't know that I can.
Human League. Human League. Is that the Human League?
It might as well be. You know, I'm not sure. I can't confirm this though. I can tell you that Pat Benatar had a track called Promises in the Dark. Okay. Ooh. And that's a good track. Promises in the Dark. By the way, shout out. Ready, Tony? Neil Girardo on guitar. Guy's a badass. That's
nice. Any relation to Gerardo, the other Gerardo?
Unfortunately, no. I wish there was. I wish there was a family tie, but no, there's no connection.
This is why the PNP Familia just rules. On the chat, I'm getting a bunch of different naked eyes. That's the promises.
Name of the band is Naked Eyes?
The name of the band, Promises. Right. Low D checking in, the Nutter from Pacifica checking in, Noemi checking in, fresh
Naked
off her vacation in Puerto Rico.
Across the board, yeah.
Dude, Naked Eyes, I love it, man. Thank you all. So naked, you guys all know, why do I believe? So promises, Paulie. Zero. Zip.
Yeah.
At this point in my journey,
I'm just hanging on, Tony. Yeah. I'm trying not to get thrown overboard. I'm just hanging on to it, a life raft at this point, dude. I'm just trying to stay afloat. So forget about promises for me. I'm with you. You know what I mean? It's hard enough as it is. And I'm just trying to get from A to B on any given day. So yeah, man, I'm going like resolution free. In the new, you know, the problem is here's the truth of the matter. When I was younger, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give up that. I'm going to try this. And then like by January 5th, you're back to your old routine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, Humdinger, I'm saying good for you. Nice effort. Hey, look at Rags. Humdinger 87 and Rags should have a conversation. Rags is on like year 2 now without any of his, godforsaken demon oil that he's so fond of. He's going demon oil free. I'm calling it demon oil because it kind of turns into a demon. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, Rags understands. So you have a sympathetic ear there, Humdinger, if you need some support.
Paulie, real quick, if you could have maybe Satan congratulate Rags on abstaining from the demon oil, that'd be great.
Let me see. Hold on.
Let me tell you a couple things about Rags. You'll be back, Rags. No, I'm just kidding.
I hope Rags. I told Rags I'm proud of him. What he's doing. He's trying himself out. I mean, that's great, Rags. Good for you. I've seen both versions. You know what I mean? Just think about it like this. For those of you, because Rags, I think, hit the show. He was already on the wagon, and he's been on the wagon for over a year. He's kind of like, when you add alcohol to the Rags equation, he's kind of like the Tasmanian devil, just like spinning around, like running through trees, stuff like that. So
he's like a whirling dervish.
Yeah. Or like one of those spinners out in the hallway at any given dead show. They don't even go inside. They just sit out there and spin the whole time like that.
Holly, how about our guy that we used to see at the Warfield all the time who wore like a robe and a cape? And by the way, happy Roby Tuesday. Neither of us have robes on. That's okay. We'll get back to Roby Tuesday. I promise everybody. It's
Brain cells. I've been throwing them away like confetti, Tony. Yes. And I forgot about Roby Tuesday, but I'll robe it up next week. But you have my word. You have my word.
Same. Maybe I'll robe it up for the night flight tomorrow night. But the guy would walk around with a little spinning glow ball.
That's what I should have been doing. That should have been my just spinning the ball, dude. Yeah. Walking around just spinning the ball and just walking up and down the stairs like all night, just spinning. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
We used to see that guy all over the place at every show, man. The guy was incredible, dude. Oh my God. Paulie.
That guy hit the East Coast too. I used to see him at MSG Giant Stadium. He was like coast to coast. That guy. He was at every show. Yeah.
I always wonder how he made that happen. But hey,
you want to know the truth? I actually have some background info on that guy. Do you want it?
Really?
I swear to God. I swear to God. The word on that dude, and anybody who's a deadhead in the audience knows who we're talking about. The guy who would just basically, Tony, I recall him kind of wearing like a poncho, and he was like a little dude. He was an older guy, and he would walk around spinning that light stick. And Tony, I heard he was like independently wealthy. Like he inherited some money and he just devoted his life to spinning the ball at dead shows. That's what he did. That was his job in the universe. That's it.
Fine. You got Crazy George at ball games, and you got this dude at the Warfield and at East Coast shows. Fine. It's fine with me. You enhanced my experience, so I want to thank that guy. Yeah, and hopefully
that's a true story. I really did. I really heard he was like independently wealthy. He came into some money, and that's all he did was go to shows. You know.
Yes, Scarlet Fire. I was just thinking the same thing. A Trustafarian. That's fine. I just want to say tip of the cap for keeping me entertained all those years, and I hope that he's alive and well somewhere out there. So, Paulie, dude. Lots to get into today.
A lot of breaking news this morning. We're going to get into obviously NFL news. If you're just joining us, Tony, I think you're probably referring to the biggest news of the morning, which is Mike Tomlin has just stepped down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers after 19 seasons. Yeah. You got to think about the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL. They are the model of stability. They are, I mean, think about it in these terms. They're about to go on a coaching search. They're going to try to hire a new head coach. Tony, it'll be the fourth head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers since 1969. Dude. Think about that. Then you look at a team like the New York Jets.
Or look at the Raiders. Look at the Raiders. The Raiders 34. I think this is their 34th coach in the last, I don't know how many years, but like that's just that number, even if it's in the history of the franchise at 34 is outrageous.
I actually think the Raiders have become such a joke that, and it brings me no joy to say this again. I'm on record. We've said this many times. I actually like the Raiders. I like it when they're competitive. This team has been so down for so long. Like there's no glimmer of hope there. Now they're going to have to start all over again with a new head coach. I mean, Pete Carroll, dude. Pete Carroll couldn't coax more than 2 wins out of that group. And you just got to wonder like what the answer is and who would want to take that gig, because now with John Harbaugh out there, with Mike Tomlin out there. Now the initial word on Tomlin is that I'm hearing anyway from the ESPN voices are he's most likely going to do TV work for a year or so. And why shouldn't he? I mean, it's a low stress job. And by the way, you know what, Tony, speaking of TV jobs, can Mike Tomlin perhaps bump Tom Brady out of the booth to get more reps for it? Because I'll take Mike Tomlin over Tom Brady. I got to tell you the truth, Tony, as a longtime supporter of Tom Brady when he was with the Patriots, I really did enjoy watching him. Thought he was a great champion, had that clutch gene like Joe Montana, would win big games late. I've had it with Brady. I'm all maxed out with Brady. There was something about him, dude, his whole robot cyborg face he's got now. Like,
there's definitely work been done. There's a lot of work been done.
What does he need work done for? The guy's already handsome enough as it is. What's he doing? This is your boy now, so I expect you to have answers.
You know what the answers are, Paul? You want answers? You want answers?
I do. I think I'm entitled. Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I don't need Brady in the booth calling the Philadelphia Eagles defense a world-class defense, okay? Well, I don't need Brady after A.J. Brown and Sirianni are yelling at each other in a playoff football game when all eyes are on them, and Brady saying, oh, they have a great relationship.
You know what that is? That's just two competitors telling they love each other. It's like, Brady, come on, bro, dude, stop it. Stop it.
And the background is, yes, I've known Tom since we were kids, and so Tom has always been a nice person. I've got Brady fatigue. Dude.
I think we all do. He's selling Pizza Hut, dude. I got to deal with him selling Pizza Hut. Bro, how much money does this guy need?
You know, dude, I'd rather have Dean Blandino selling Pizza Hut, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? He's Italian. First of all, he's Italian.
I'll tell you the truth. I think you and I could probably write a pretty funny script for Dean Blandino. Give me 30 seconds of airtime, and I'll make the people laugh with a Dean Blandino delivering Pizza Hut pies. Because Tom Brady going, I miss saying Hut. You know the ad I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
where he goes, Hut. It's like, Nothing cool about it. Nothing
No.
creative about it. All it does is annoy us. And I'm with you, Tony. I have Brady fatigue as well. I'm maxed out.
I don't know. And also, like, have a little more, like, what I like about Romo, although Romo's kind of like, I don't know, he's ebbing and flowing in my mind, is that Romo seems to have more fun in the booth than Brady. Brady's so intense. It's like somebody tickle him under the table or something, or somebody get him to laugh a little bit. Somebody to get him to, I don't know, man. And then the work on the face, like, it's, I don't understand why you're getting work done on your face, man.
How do you know that he's got work? It's not like
I don't know for a fact. I'm just saying, I'm looking at
he looks
him.
crazy. The guy looks nuts. You'd see what he looked like 20 years ago. He's a very handsome guy. And you see him now, he's like, all like his cheeks are all sucked in. Like he's like Paul Stanley. You know what I mean? Somebody give this guy a guitar, let him sing Love Gun during a game.
But why, dude? You were born a handsome
dude, handsome guy.
Just let it go. Like age gracefully, dude. Don't. It just blows my mind, man. Like, okay. Anyways, I agree with you, Bolly. When he said,
by the way, if you ever hear me say to you, "Hey T, how you doing? Good, yeah, me too. Listen, I'm thinking about getting some work done." If I ever say that to you, just rear back and punch me in the face. Just punch me in the face till I come to myself. You have a green light to just, and then when I'm down, kick me in the ribs a few times, like Sonny Corleone in Godfather 1. But go ahead. What were you going to say when he said what?
No, when he called the Raiders a world-class defense, I'm like, wait, what? Did you just call I'm not the Raiders, the Eagles, a world-class defense? I'm like, wait, what did you just say? And then I was blown away by that because I'm like, dude, they're not a world-class defense by any stretch of the like. And then saying that AJ Brown and Sirianni have a great relationship. No, they don't. It ended up being one of their downfalls. The bad vibe in that locker room was one of their downfalls. Like, if anybody should know about team chemistry, it's Brady. Like, I thought that maybe that was a chance for him to maybe speak up on, like, whoa, these two dudes should be doing this in private at halftime in the locker room, not out in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I think he had an opportunity to really kind of like be surprised. And the same thing with Kelsey bumping on Andy Reid. I don't think that that's cool. Like, no. I don't know. That's why we were so ticked off at Juwan Jennings approaching Shanahan the way he did earlier this season. Like, do that stuff behind closed doors or don't do it at all.
By the way, I agree. Don't do it on the field. Don't do it, especially in the middle of a playoff game. How about this? You mentioned your favorite Niner, Juwan Jennings, touchdown thrower that he is. You do know, I'm just going to remind you of this, Tony. You know, in the offseason this year, the Niners have to make a decision with him. Do they re-sign him or let his ass go? He suddenly has become a rather valuable chip. I got to say it, just in terms of like the talent on the field. Listen, you cannot rely on Ricky Pearsall. Let's just face the music with this kid. Like, he's great when he's out there. He's had some nice moments, but he's not consistently healthy enough to be on the field. I don't even know if we're going to see him this week. So in that sense, I like what I'm seeing from Demarcus Robinson. Maybe they can find another young receiver in the draft who doesn't have the Brandon Ayuk complex, who's perpetually unhappy about something or another. And it makes me wonder, do you think Juwan Jennings' stock has risen to the point where the Niners are going to have to give him, Tony, his bag? It's a legitimate question. It really is.
Yes, it has risen, but like kind of by default, you know? Like,
it has risen. He has risen, yes.
Oh, nice, dude. No Ayuk, okay? Kittle was hurt for how many weeks? 5 weeks. And then no Pearsall, don't know if he's going to play week to week. Yes, but there's this weird, I don't know. I really go through a range of emotions with him because I was, and I don't yell at the TV often. I used to maybe when I was younger, but I was yelling at the TV when he was jogging back to the huddle.
I was pretty pissed off too. I was right there with you. I think all 49er fans saw that lack of intensity, lack of urgency, just kind of waltzed into motion. And it was like, bro, you're out here jogging like it's a mini camp workout. Like, we're in the middle of a playoff game, dude. You want to, yeah.
Playoff football, dude. You're trying to get points on the board before halftime, before you give the ball back to Philly to start the second half. Yeah. I couldn't, but then he actually played a better second half. Then he's losing his mind at Kendrick Bourne, who Kendrick Bourne was confused on a play. I get it. Like, right. And I get it that it all comes from I hope that it comes from a competitive place. I assume it does. But I just like, dude, maybe I don't know, maybe a meditation retreat in the off season to chill out a little bit.
I think, to be totally honest with you, without any kind of embellishment with comedy or riffs or anything, I think Juwan Jennings, he's like a serviceable player. He can make big plays. I thought his season last year was better than the season he had this year, to be totally honest with you. He made a lot of big plays on third down last year. And I think he's just kind of immature. You can see that like in his post-game stuff, the way he jumps up and down and everything. He's like an immature kid. But the Niners need him right now. Like, they really need his services. And I do wonder about Pearsall up in Seattle. Now, here's a very interesting wrinkle. I'm sure a lot of Niner fans have been following this, but we haven't talked about it yet. Let's get it out there. The fact that Fred Warner is now saying, I mean, his words, Fred Warner says, quote, "I feel ready." Yeah. He's involved with football drills right now. He's been working out the entire time. Would you roll the – now, I don't think we're going to see him this week, but I think it's possible. I think it's a possibility that if the Niners advance to the NFC Championship game, he might be available. How do you feel about that? Would you take your chance? Because I think it's a risk. I'll be honest. I think it's a risk he'd be willing to take to get out there on the field with his guys. And as a 49er fan, you want him out there. But any apprehensions at all about Fred Warner maybe coming back in a couple of weeks? Because that's a talking point now.
I'll take Warner right now, today. Yeah. I'll take him right now. His leadership, his passion, his desire to win. I'll take, honestly, and we'll show it in the bookmark segment when we do that later on in the show. I'll take him right now. I love. He's my favorite 49er, and I will, and not just because of what he does on the field, but what he does in the leadership.
He's a really great human being. He's got a lot of Ronnie Lott kind of qualities to him. He's just a stand-up guy. Yeah.
Yes, 100%, Paulie. So I would take Warner right now, and I don't think Warner would not say he's ready if he thought he was going to jeopardize the team, if he thought he was going to hurt the team by being back.
Right.
So if Warner, nobody knows your body better than yourself, right? I know when I feel like a tub of goo, right? So like
I kind of do right now, by the way. Just speaking of tubs of goo, you're looking at one, Holmes. You're freaking looking at one. All I did last week was basically lie around and stuff my fat face. I was basically like, you know what? I don't care anymore. And I have binges like that, dude, where no one's looking. I'll just be eating like a freaking horse. Mm-hmm. And I kind of did that last week. So Fat Tub of Goo reporting for duty, sir. Right here.
Here. I'm in the Fat Tub of Goo starting 11, Paulie. So are you. We're both in the trenches on the O-line, okay?
Totally. Yeah, we are. I'm on the edge, dude. I'm just trying to keep guys out of my kitchen, blocking guys from getting into my kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah, so Robot Centaur, good point. He says you have to protect players from themselves, but I think Fred...
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. That's Robot Centaur. That's exactly what I was implying. Like, is that something the Niners need to consider? Yes, you want them out there.
I think Fred is such an intelligent athlete and human being that he knows better than anybody, and it's a feel thing, right? Well, and I feel like he's doing the rehab, and I promise you that dude is working out harder than.
Oh, he's a madman.
I mean, doctors have probably had to tell him, like, dude, you got to chill out, man.
Yeah.
But he wants to come back. That's how bad he wants to come back and play. I don't think he would, if there was even an ounce of like chance that he would hurt the team. I don't think he would be saying this kind of stuff. So I'll take Warner right now, and I think Shanahan would too.
I'm just throwing this out there. Cautionary tale. Let me remind everybody about like when a plan like this actually blew up in our faces. I think it was the 2017, 2018 NBA Finals. Kevin Durant had that injury. He was cleared by the training staff. I forget what the initial injury was at this point. Was it a knee? Was it a calf? I don't remember. But then when he came back in the postseason, it was against Toronto. He blew out his Achilles and he wound up missing like an entire season. So I'm just saying, like, it can go the other way. Sometimes guys get cleared a little bit too early and they're back on the field competing. But I have to say, Tony, my instincts are kind of aligned with yours. If Fred Warner says he wants to get his pads on and go hit some people, I'm inclined to kind of let him do his thing.
And how do you, as Shanahan, how are you going to tell him, Fred, you know what? We're going to hold you back, buddy.
Well, I don't think it would be Shanahan. I think it would be all about the trainers. He'd have to be medically cleared. And if they clear him, I think Shanahan will say, dude, grab your helmet, get out there. Like,
that's the thing, though. If he's, let's just go down this road real quick. Take a walk with me, Paulie. If the doctors clear Warner.
Shout out Bob Weir, Walking Blues. I heard it in the first set many times over the years. Walking Blues, bam, bam, bam. Anyway, Tony, go ahead.
Shout out Bob Marley, Talking Blues. Okay. The Talkin' Blues album, by the way, is so good. Everybody, please go get it. Go listen to it, download it, whatever, because Bob talks in between every song.
Yeah,
they
like
chop up the. Oh, yeah.
Hold on, Tony, 1 second. Let me interrupt this 49er discussion because we're going right back to it. And I do want to talk about the game last night, too.
Yes, me too. Me too.
We're gonna. But real quick, just because I mentioned Bob Weir, you mentioned Bob Marley, a couple of great Bobs hanging out right now. Probably show me how you play Three Little Birds, y'all.
And dude, and just passing a spliff like as big as this thing, you know,
maybe bigger, bro. Maybe even bigger. Yeah. Maybe a spliff like with the width of like something like this, like a big fatty, like. You're like, yeah. Well, now you're getting okay.
Sorry, Rags. Didn't mean to get you in.
Tony shoving out objects in our mouths in the middle of the show. Just to demonstrate a point. All right, Tony, check this out. You mentioned Marley. I mentioned Bobby. I want to take a quick kind of stock check on our status report on the state of our sponsorships for Friday, because I think we have a guest sponsor. And I want to remind everybody, in this new year, 2026, only my second show of the year, we are officially open for business. If you would like to sponsor the musical assignment on Fridays, Tony, tell them how they can do it, just how they can reach out, put their request in, make a donation, etc.
Well, Paulie, I'm not going to do that without doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's business time.
Yeah. Anytime we talk business, we got to talk business time, Paulie. Okay, so you can go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles. While you are there, please like and subscribe. Please feed that algorithm. If you want a New Year's resolution, tell everybody to like and subscribe to Polymax Particles. But while you're there, right below our bio is click on the links page and go to our merch page, and you can pick a segment to sponsor if you are interested in sponsoring. We have David, aka Napa Dude, who has he signed up back in early December for this coming Friday, and so he is scheduled to be on this Friday. And then we have Lily Merchant. Great news! Lily Merchant has just signed up for a musical assignment in the near future. And so, if you want to do musical assignment, if you want to do ticket stubs, if you want to do a hot and sour picks, if you want to do a studs and duds, if any of these things that we do on the show on the regular, you can sponsor and join us on the show. Just click the link and go to the merch page, and you can do that. And we'll have a lot of fun with you. Promise. If you look at our old segments with Bonnie or Sweet Mad Hatter or Patty or Aaron Cask, so freaking fun. So please feel free. And while we're at it, Paulie, I just want to remind people the audio versions are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you're looking for the audio versions of the show. And again, just on YouTube. Okay. If you're watching the show on Twitter, please head over to YouTube and watch it on YouTube, or go to YouTube at some point. And sorry, on X, by the way.
Well, a lot of people do watch the show. For example, like I saw this morning, like we had almost 1,000 people watching the Bob Weir show last night on Twitter.
On Twitter. That's what I want those people. Yeah, I want those people to come over to YouTube and have a YouTube party, because that's the algorithm we got to feed. Sorry, Elon, but we don't really care about Elon's algorithms.
By the way, have you ever met anybody cool named Elon? No. I'm just throwing that out there. Once in a while, you just got to distill it down to the name.
Yeah.
Elon. I don't know. You know what I mean? Elon, dude.
No, I'm not. Wow. It can't go down to Elon.
Just leave it there. Yeah.
The Elon, and dude, the Teslas with the bumper stickers. I had this before Elon became a teabag, or whatever. I don't like Elon either, or whatever.
The fact that he's half cocked on ketamine when he's just hanging out, like it all. Let's just change the subject. Yeah. All right, listen to me. Now, before I get going, I don't want to. So, Tony, here's the situation. I want to remind everybody too that one of the reasons we're asking you guys to support the show and be a guest sponsor of the music assignment is because Tony and I love interacting with the audience. Now, again, this is a different format. It's not talk radio where we can just pick up the phone and like get a bunch of voices on. This is like the best vehicle for us to do that. So you get to interact with us. We want that. And hopefully you guys will have a good time doing that. And Tony, that's open for music assignment. That's open for studs and duds. That's open for hot and sour picks. Any of our kind of benchmark. You can do bookmarks. Yep. You can come at us and say like, hey, I got 5 bookmarks. I want to sponsor that. Whatever you guys want to do, we're open to anything. And the more involvement we can have with you guys in the audience, the better off we're all going to be. Okay.
Hey, Tony, but as we're doing business time, stand by. Hold on. We got a couple of supers, and then I think we should give Los D some love before we move on with the rest of the program.
I have some Los D updates. That's actually a really good idea. But then I'll tell you what, we'll do the updates. We'll do Los D, and then I want to talk about CJ Stroud fumbling 5 times last night. He looked like he couldn't find his ass from his elbow. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Texan game in a minute. How about right after Los?
Yes, and I want to talk about this guy too.
Dude,
well, we'll get to it.
Did you see his post-game press conference? Just kind of cursing, talking mess to everybody. He's such an obnoxious D.
Yeah, we'll get to after we talk Los D. But first of all, a couple of supers. The first super of the show is actually Los D.
Yeah,
he says, "Dear Fat Dom, you copy and wear my headset. You got what you deserve. Smell you later, Tubby." Hashtag Fresh Prince of PMP. Dude, by the way, Los D's musical assignment last week, the opening theme to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was his musical assignment.
Wow.
Hashtag Creative Tony equals Creative Shanny, and I'm all for it. Let's go. Creative Shanny, continue to get creative. Stay with it.
He has no choice. He's got to get creative with the tools at his disposal right now. He doesn't have his horses. Yeah, he's going to have to get creative. Well, listen, I don't want to get too far ahead, but thank you, Los D, for that.
Thank you, Los, for the super brother. And then we've got Escobar Cheeks the third. He says, calling games.
Fun. Yeah. Chris Russo style. Fun. Yeah. By the way, I just got a text from Brent Jones just to let everybody know. So I was texting Brent. I was like, dude, can you come on Friday, set up the Seattle game? And he just said, he goes, Paulie, I can't this Friday. I'm already booked. But he said, we have conditions. He says, if the Niners win, I'll come on next week. So I said, okay, you got it, bro.
All right.
So, yeah, so root for the Niners, and we'll get a Brent Jones hit next week. I hope that happens because we love Brent. Okay, Tony. Back to the matter at hand here, the playoffs in full swing now.
Let's give Carlos De La Fuente some love first before we get into last night's game, and let's give Los D some love and flex funding. Actually, let's get into the calculator while we're here.
Get me in the calculator. Let's get in there where we belong. Los D, man, happy New Year to you, brother. I'm glad your New Year is off to a good start. I was talking to Los D this morning before the show, and I love being able to bring news like this to the group that he is now like working on a deal with our good friend Jeff Faust, who was watching the Bobby show last night. He was in the comic group. I'm sure a lot of you saw him last night. Great bass player, great dude, great fisherman, by the way. By the way, Los D, if you want to go fishing sometime, you call up Jeff Faust and say, dude, get a pole ready because I'm coming up. He lives up past Clear Lake. I kind of forget the name of the town he's in. Really, really beautiful area. It's about like a mile, maybe an hour and a half north of where I am in San Rafael. So he's like way out there, but he lives on this beautiful lake and he can fish right off his property and stuff. So anyway, just throwing that out there, Los D. Take a fishing expedition. I've done it. I went fishing with him. Dude, I caught 5 bass. In one afternoon. It was really cool. And Jeff Faust, he's got the boat, dude. He's rowing his boat. I mean, it's really cool. Anyway,
it's such a peaceful scene that you just
described. Right. He's such a peaceful guy. He figured it out. He's like, I got this killer pad. I'm right on the lake. Like, he's all relaxed up there and good for him.
Ooh, by the way, really quick, Jeff Faust has come up with a great segment idea that we got to follow up with him on as well about local music, the local music scene. So we got to follow that up with Fausty like soon. So we'll get on that as well. But back to Carlos De La Fuente and Flex Funding, Paulie. Go.
Well, no, that's so anyway, I just wanted to let people know he's working with another PMPer out there right now, and he's taking care of Jeff Faust, and that just brings me a lot of joy because I love both those guys. I love Carlos, I love Faust, and the fact that they're working together. I'm not sure what kind of deal they're working on, but they said that it's going well, and Carlos is very happy. If you are in the audience, you've heard us talk about the services of Los D in the past and everything he can do at Flex Funding. Maybe this is the time. Listen, have you seen your electric bill lately? You know what I mean? I'm just throwing that out there. They're up all across the country. We are getting smeared up here, bro. We're getting smeared. So the reason I bring that up is because I understand money. I understand that we're all tight. I understand that a lot of us exhaust our funds around the holidays. You want to make sure everybody has a nice Christmas. I totally get that. And now you're standing here like, where do I go from here? Where you go from here is you pick up the phone, you call Carlos De La Fuente, 925-250-4894. Whatever your financial goals, whatever your financial concerns, or if there's something you'd like to achieve this year, maybe just get some extra money in your pocket. Carlos has ways to do that, especially if you're a homeowner. He can draw you up a HELOC loan. That's a home equity line of credit where you can actually pull funds from your own mortgage. I mean, that's a pretty reasonable way to do business. And that's something that Carlos, you're right. You can email him as well, carlos@myflexnow.com. And Tony, I know you had a couple items you want to throw in.
Dude, just got an update, dude. The 49ers are opening the practice window for Fred freaking Warner.
I tell you, I think we just summoned it, man. I could feel it bubbling up, dude. I could feel it bubbling up. All right, Fred, get out there. Get out there. Start flying around. Let's go.
Wow, dude. Wow. With the hope he returns if the 49ers advance to the NFC title game. Okay, so that's per rap sheet. Okay, so this week, no, but next week. So come on, let's go.
Maybe Fred Warner should call Carlos. You know what I mean? I'd be like, dude, I want to put some money away just in case. I don't know.
Well, dude, and by the way, so Los, we talk about Los being like a one-stop shop because he can do almost any kind of loan, right? But it's also about word of mouth for Carlos De La Fuente and word of mouth for us. Like, spread the word about our show. Spread the word about Carlos De La Fuente. If you've worked with Carlos, if you've met Carlos, if you've had a chance to hang with Carlos, spread the word about his services to people because you will not regret it. And also, Los doesn't just do mortgage loans. He can do personal loans that have nothing to do with mortgages or loans attached to their property. He can do loans amounting like ranging from $50,000 to $500,000. For any personal use. You just got to qualify via verified income and credit as an alternative to a mortgage. But this could be an answer if the funds are needed and a mortgage. Okay. So he also has down payment assistance programs that are going to be, he says, they're going to be hot in 2026 as rates continue to go down and grants are up 3% and are given help with down payment and closing costs. He goes, and the best part about the grant is that it's forgiven and it doesn't need to be paid back once 6 months payments are made. So that kind of intel from Los is why we love Los. The dude knows what he's talking about, and he literally is a one-stop shop. Give him a call. We have a slew of people that have already worked with him through the show. And oh, by the way, Jeff Faust is checking in on the chat, Polly. We'll get to that in a second. But give Carlos a call. You can email him, carlos@myflexnow.com, but we highly recommend you give him a call. Get the vibe over the phone, 925-250-4894, and hang with Los, and he will take great care of you. Go ahead, P.
Thank you, Carlos. And also be sure to talk some 49ers for Carlos. He loves his Niner ball. And final word on Carlos De La Fuente today comes from our dear friend Karen Bell. She's on the comments line, and she goes, by the way, boys, I've worked with Carlos too. Ready for this two adjectives she's chucking out there? She goes, I worked with Carlos as well. He was professional and delightful. Okay. Nice. When was the last time somebody called you delightful, Tony?
Maybe never.
Yeah, I think same goes for me. I don't think I've ever been called delightful. Now I'm envious. I want to be called delightful. I don't know what it takes. Shout out Rapper's Delight, by the way. I need somebody to embrace the delightful side of Paulie Mack. But anyway, Karen Bell, well said. And Low Steve, thanks for everything, brother. And yeah, Jeff, good to see you, brother. There you are. What's happening?
Paulie, can I provide a segue?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, dude, Aaron Rodgers, hang it up, man.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. He was getting his ass kicked all over the field.
Not even that, dude, because the Texans' defense is incredible.
How about the tackle attempt on the pick six that he threw, where he just kind of ran over, got thrown out of bounds like a little rag doll? Get out of my way, old man. It's time. He needs to go away now. It's time. Yeah.
I can't, dude. He's yelling at anybody who will look in his direction.
He gets, I know, on the field, on the bench, he gets sacked. He's yelling at guys. He's yelling at coaches on the. Have you ever thought about that? That's the thing about Aaron Rodgers. He always thinks he's the smartest guy in the entire stadium. Like, no one can deal with his brilliance. Nobody can deal with the level of IQ. That's the kind of attitude he brings. Like, oh, you peasants, I can't believe I have to explain this to you. But you're right. He does not strike me as a good teammate. Like he never really has. He's very quick to point a finger. He's very quick to and you just talked about AJ Brown, like how bad of a look it is to be yelling at your head coach in the middle of a field. I don't think it's a great look for a Hall of Fame quarterback like Aaron Rodgers to be pointing and screaming at his players on the field, dude, on the field in the middle of a game, which he was doing multiple times last night.
That's what I'm saying, man. And it's like, dude, mistakes are going to happen every single time you take the field. And it's like, hey, Aaron, who got in your face last night after you fumbled or after you threw the pick six? Did
Correct.
anybody get in your face? I don't think so, man.
He was directly responsible for 14 points for the Houston Texans. The one where he was sacked and fumbled, and he got his ass kicked on that one. The helmet went flying around, fumbled the ball. Texans pick it up, run it back. Then he throws the pick six. So not only is he being hypercritical of his teammates in a very open way in front of everybody in a national stage, he also was directly responsible for 14 points against Pittsburgh. So I don't know what he's all bent out. He should look at himself in the mirror.
I'm not a fan. I try to be because he's a Cal Bear, although he denounces Cal and he always talks about
everything at one time or another. Like he.
And I do hear people say that he's a nice guy, and I see like he reunites with former players and they hug it out and they're all loving. I don't know if that's a show. I don't know if that, but what the Aaron Rodgers that he puts out for the public persona just seems like a dick. Like
he does. He kind of revels in being a dick. I will say this about him: like there was a time he was an incredibly dynamic, exciting, talented NFL player. In fact, I'll tell you this: when did they win that one Super Bowl? 2009, I think, is when they won with Green Bay. He got that one ring. I thought at that point, I was at that Super Bowl with Murph. We were out there covering the game and stuff and doing Radio Row and all that. But I remember thinking this is probably the start of like a Tom Brady kind of run for him because he was so talented. And it just goes to show you, he never got back. He never got another ring. He got the one ring. I always assumed there would be more, and it never happened, Yeah,
2011 against the Steelers is that one ring. Okay. Yeah, that you're talking about, Paulie. I just looked it up. I didn't remember off the top of my head either. But I just... Why do people want that to be how they're remembered? What trips me out. I mean, you have to care at some point that you were lucky, very lucky. Yes, he put in the work, but he also was very lucky to have a very long career and the support of many different players and coaches and fans. It's like, show some appreciation. I don't know. It just feels like like you said, he feels like he's above everybody else. And it's like, dude, you were a huge part of that loss last night.
Huge. I mean, there may be nobody more. There might not be a single player on Pittsburgh who directly helped inflict pain on his own team than Aaron Rodgers. Again, he was responsible for 14 points that Houston put up. Now, that's the thing with Houston. So watching that game, because we got like it's 80% of the game in before we started the night show last night. So I got a good feel for it. And at that time, I think when we started, I think the score was 17-6. They just scored that second touchdown, Houston, their defense. And that's the thing. Listen, that defense, that Houston defense is my hat is off to DeMeco Ryans, everything he's done down there. Those guys are not messing around. So Texans at Pats on Sunday, Tony, I think I'm taking Houston in that game. And it's not because their offense is inept. Like CJ Stroud is a better quarterback than we saw last night. I don't know what his problem was last night.
The timing was off between him and the center. The timing was off. I mean, the center snapped the ball a couple times when the guard hadn't even tapped his leg yet. You know, the guard to his left usually taps the leg and then they snap it. He snapped the ball a couple times before they even got the leg tap. And I don't know. That was really bizarre. And Stroud is a good quarterback, but I think he could be so much better. Again, though, that offensive line is not that strong, man. And so he seems to be running for his life a lot as well. Paulie, I really want to get to a quick super real quick, and I can't. I just want to do I'll just get to it. I was going to play business time, but that's okay. I want to get to Arkansas Dave. He's a PMP VIP, just came 4-month member. Thank you, Arkansas Dave, for the support, brother. And he says, my wife is a diehard Steeler fan. She can't stand Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine if the Niners would have grabbed him for a year? Remember there was talk a couple years ago, get Aaron Rodgers for a year. I don't know. That would have sucked.
I wasn't big on that. I wasn't big on when the rumblings when we still had Garoppolo and people like, hey, we can get Tom Brady for a year. I didn't want that either. I don't think stuff like that ever really works out generally. And the proof is what you just saw. Like Rodgers just tried this twice. He spent that year, that black hole year with the Jets. He hurt himself, came back. He was horrible last year. Goes to Pittsburgh, didn't really look much better. I think it's just a time where you got to know, like, this thing is over, man. I've been in the league 20 years and there's nothing else I can do. Because where's he going to go at this point? Honestly, where's he going to go?
Go back to the Jets.
Yeah, well,
when the music's over, turn out the lights. Come on, Aaron. call it, dude. Just adios. Peace out. Your last pass ever thrown of your career is going to be a pick six, dude.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Paulie. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, how do you feel about that? Texans at New England. I got to be honest, I wasn't blown away by what I saw from the Pats the other night. Like, they had a hard time. Well, granted, the Charger defense is legit. They have a good defense. But I thought, like, New England on their own field, boy, they struggled to do much of anything in that game. Mac Jones made a couple of plays, but not many. And I just think, boy, you put that Houston defense on that field against New England. I don't know if their offense is good enough. I just don't know. The question I have is, will C.J. Stroud play better or well enough for Houston to win that game? Because that's all it's going to require. And I think that there's nowhere to go for Stroud but up. His performance was horrible. He had 5 fumbles last night. 5.
Yeah, Stevie B, I saw this in the comments, and I totally agree because I was thinking the same thing when I had him as a fantasy football quarterback his rookie year, and he's regressed since his rookie year. There's serious potential there for that kid, for Stroud. He's got the tools, but again, just like any quarterback, he needs more time, man. He needs more time in the pocket. Paulie, that game is going
enough time.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
He needs more time, and that game is going to be a battle. I'm trying to find the over/under for that game. What is it? It's 40.
47. I'm taking
40. 40.5. The over/under is 40.5. So yeah, that's low. That's low for an over/under, and I would take the under. I would take the under in that game.
That's kind of how I feel too. Do you think the Texans can win that game?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And dude, I go back to the Patriots' strength of schedule. Like, it wasn't very strong. Right. And when they played the Bills recently, they lost that game. And like you said last week, they didn't like impress anybody. Like, they won the game. Yes. So when you win in playoff football, yes, that's impressive. But you didn't, like, there wasn't anything that'd be like, ooh, wow, the Patriots look so good. No, I think the Patriots were like, Patriots probably painted their face black and yellow last night rooting for the Steelers. So I don't know, man. That I was looking at all the spreads, Paulie. Dude, the Niners spread has gone up to 7.5. It was 7 yesterday.
I would jump on that right now. Yeah.
Wow. I love it. I love this.
I just want to remind everybody too. I just want to remind everybody, like, if you're uptight about the Seattle, I don't know, for whatever the reason, Tony, I feel really good about this Seattle game. I don't know why. I don't even know if I can put a finger on it, but I do. First of all, Sam Darnold has not thrown a touchdown pass against a 49er defense this year. That is not how they put their points on the board. Yep. So he has not thrown a touchdown pass against this defense. Again, it's depleted. I totally understand that. But again, based on what I saw from some of the guys that got on the field, Siegel, Wallow, these guys showed up and made plays. It's a ragtag bunch, but sometimes, man, things just gel. And what I saw in Philly was a defense that was cohesive. Yep. They were swarming to the ball. They gave Philly fits trying to run the ball. Jalen Hurts never got comfortable. I'm telling you right now, I feel good about this game. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would take those 7.5 points right now. I would take it right now.
7.5. That is like just such a. They just went to Philly and beat Philly. That with the the roster that they're playing with, Paulie, about those guys like Kendricks and Siegel and Wall, the upside to those guys, especially Kendricks and Wallow, and is that those guys are playing with reckless abandon and their pants on fire because it's like they've been given like a second life on their career. Basically, like Wallow has got to be saying this is the best situation ever.
He looked really good. Like, he looked comfortable out there. Like, he knew what was going on. Like, I have confidence in this group. It's crazy to say it, but based on what I saw in Philly, I have confidence in this group. Defensively.
I do too, man. And also, I think Robert Saleh, who is just going to name his price for a head coaching job in the offseason, I think he's going to be. I could be wrong here, but I think that he's going to say, hey, you know what, Darnold? Beat us. We're going to try and shut down the run and stack the box and shut down the run, and we need you to beat us, dude. Like you said, Darnold's not throwing a touchdown against the Niners this year. Darnold has 20 turnovers this season, 14 picks.
He will throw a pick. He will panic and throw a pick. He throws some ill-advised balls downfield. He's been doing that all year.
Yes, and his quarterback rating weeks 11 through 18, because he started off the first half much better than he finished the season. He was 27th in quarterback rating, Paulie, only better than guys like Geno Smith and Shedeur Sanders. Okay.
So, by the way, let's also remember this, Tony. Also remember this. Shanahan knows Darnold. Like,
Yes.
we know this guy. We know him. We know his tendencies. We've seen him on the practice field. I mean, he got a couple of starts in San Francisco. We know this guy. We know what his tendencies are.
Mhm.
Again, this might be like kind of a fool's errand I'm on here. I feel, again, I'm saying it. I feel confident about this game. I really do.
Me too. And yes, I see the comments are, yes, we got to get pressure on Darnold. Because again, any quarterback that is given time will cook. Okay. Any quarterback, if they're given time, will cook. So get pressure on him, but also stack the box, stuff the run. Walker, Charbonnet, okay, stuff the run. Make Darnold beat you. Like, I think that with that 20 turnovers, dude, in 18 games, that's a lot, man. So
are you like at all affected by the fact that this game is in Seattle? Does that have any bearing on the way like you perceive this game or this matchup?
I think that because they've played there so many times, at least the veterans that have been there multiple times.
And we've had big wins on that field now. It's not like the Niners have never won up there. They have had some pretty damn big wins. The Greenlaw game with the tackle at the goal line a few years ago. I mean, my point is the Niners are not intimidated by Seattle, and I don't really feel it anymore either. I felt it a lot more during like the beast mode years when they were in their prime with Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. That was a daunting thing. This is not that group. Yes, they have a good defense, but I am not like nervous about this game being played in Seattle. You can take that crowd out of the game. You can do it.
Oh, dude, and take the fake crowd noise out of the game too. But I heard he like, there it is. Robot Center. I was just about to say the same thing. Purdy's undefeated in Seattle. Now, knock on wood as I say that.
That's a great stat. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Purdy.
Purdy is
let's go back to that drive. After throwing 2 picks, to lead the Niners on that drive shows so much about his mental toughness and his willing to not.
He's a gamer, man. Brock Purdy's a freaking gamer, man. He's a tough kid. He makes the big plays. I'd like him to tighten it up a little bit. I wasn't crazy. I mean, I don't think any of us were crazy about the 2 picks last week, but he can, my point is he can actually play a better game. He can play, he can look better than we saw last week. I think we all know that.
Yeah. And we talked about this before too. If the Niners win the coin toss, you say defer.
I would put my defense on the field first. That's just me. That's just me.
If you want, I mean, you got to set the tone defensively against Darnold and against that run game. Cause I mean, 180 yards in week 18 they ran for. So a lot of scampers, Paulie. I love the word scamper. Kenneth Walker he had a few scampers. But Walker's like a bowling ball, dude. He's tough to bring down. So I don't know. I haven't heard have you seen anything or heard anything about Jair Brown?
I have not. I have not. I would love to have him on the field, though. I'm a little worried. I think it was a hamstring that took him out of the game, and that's always dicey. You know, Trent Williams played with the hamstring. Right. You know, he got through it. I thought Trent had a pretty good game overall out there on the edge. I thought he did some pretty good work, all things considered.
100%, dude. Yeah. So I love that the Seahawks are getting 7, or they're giving 7.5 points. I love that like all this attention is on Seattle, and again, just like Philly, all the pressure is on Seattle. They're coming in off a bye. They're home field advantage. They beat the Niners in week 18. Oh, Seattle's just going to march like.
That means nothing to me. I'm telling you right now, that game means absolutely nothing. I don't think it means anything to anybody in the 49er locker room, like zero.
Yes. Hold on a second. This is Patty from Napa. She's checking in, and I guess because I love playing it.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Patty is a super, and she says, thank you, Patty, for the super, by the way. And she says, positive particles. We are going to beat Seattle. Manifest it.
I feel it too. I feel it, Patty. I do. I don't know. Again, I might be like on a foolish mindset right now. Shout out to Grateful Dead Foolish Heart. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the Bob Weir. By the way, did you see the artwork of Bobby looking into the stadium from heaven? The thing that's going around. And he should see if you can load that for tomorrow. We'll show it during the night flight. It's crazy. It's like Bob in heaven watching the Eagles game. Murph sent that to me last night. Yeah, that's right, yo. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I want, dude. I want that up in Seattle too. Yeah, man, get it going.
It's incredible. Hey, we got to get to bookmarks at some point, Paulie. But I also just want to say, thank you for the super, Patty. The spreads in these games are very interesting, dude. Houston is getting 3 points at New England, by the way.
I'd take that right now too. I'll take Houston in the points. Their defense it's legit, man.
Yeah,
legit.
And then, dude, the Bears are getting 3.5 points at home against
I don't
the
know
Rams.
what Rams game these odds makers were watching last week. The Rams are lucky they're standing at all. I mean,
Yes.
they barely got out of Carolina with a win. I was not impressed with the Rams at all in
Your
that
thoughts
game.
on I'm Still Standing, Elton John, real quick. You said standing.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. Other
Would you-
standing songs, Tony, Don't Stand So Close to Me by the Police. And then, of course, Standing on the Moon, Grateful Dead. You talked about it last night. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bobby, everybody do yourself a favor sometime this week. Go listen to a Bob Weir version of Standing on the Moon. I love Jerry's version, of course. Jerry's version is the pinnacle. But listen to Bob, how he kind of put his own touch on a Jerry Garcia classic. And just
Noemi's got a good one too. Stand Back, Stevie Nicks. Love that track. When that song came out, Noemi, I had a 5-star bona fide crush on Stevie Nicks. I was just sitting around hoping that video. She was like dancing around in a little black dress and everything. I was like, oh my God, I love this woman. Stevie Nicks for life. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Stevie Nicks. I Can't Stand by Henley. See, now they're all coming in, all the stand stuff. By the way, we have a guest sponsor on the music assignment this week, Tony?
Yeah, we got Napa Dude. We got David. We got David Balfour, a.k.a. Napa Dude. Now, to David's credit,
go ahead.
He did email us and say, hey, guys, I know it's a really heavy week for you guys and with Bobby passing. And, so if you want to punt my musical assignment to next week and you guys just do Bob Weir songs on this Friday, totally get it. We can totally do that. Paulie and I talked about it, and we say, dude, that Napa Dude, David, you rule for suggesting that, but
yeah,
let's go. We want your vibes on a Friday right before one more Saturday night, Show
goes on, man. Show goes on. That's what Bobby would want. Don't cancel it, y'all. So, yeah we'll have I want to have David Napa Dude in on Friday. We'll keep him in place as it is. And then I understand, I think this just happened this morning. Stand Back, Jeff, Allman Brothers, of course. Great one by the Allman, Stand Back. I think they opened with that in the Cow Palace, that 1974 New Year show. I think that's the opening track of the set. Good show, too. Jerry did it, dude.
Me back.
Yeah.
Paulie, take me back in time to the Cow Palace for that show. That would have been an epic night of music.
You know who's a big fan of that show is your uncle Tonelli. I think what is it, 73? I think it's 73. It's New Year's Eve, and for whatever reason that year, the Grateful Dead were not doing a New Year's show, which is really weird, especially in the early 70s. But anyway, so Jerry went out to the Cow Palace and he sat in with the Allmans. There's like a whipping post, other one, like crazy ass jam. It's really, really good. And then here's the best part of the show. Boss Gags comes out later. He starts singing a bunch of blues tunes. And from what I understand, Tony, like at some point in the second set, Greg Allman just got up off the keyboards and left. He just walked out. He's like, I don't know. Nobody knows where he went, right, Jeff? He just split. He's like not on the last hour and a half of the gig. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here now. He just got up and walked away.
Did anybody ever find out what happened?
No, maybe Jeff knows. I don't know the details, but he abandoned ship. And meanwhile, Jerry's up there, Boss Gags is up there with the Allman Brothers, and Greg just took a walk, I guess. So
that's wild. Like for the whole rest of the show. That's pretty wild. Yeah, Paulie, I'm gonna take a walk, man. Peace. Take care, buddy.
Not even just getting up and walking out. Yeah. No words. Yeah.
But dude, the Bears getting 3.5 points at home. That's a home dog that I love in these playoffs, man.
I'll take the Bears right now. I saw Stevie B post this a couple of minutes ago. Stevie B was saying he feels like the Bears are due for a letdown. You know what, dude? I've been watching this Bears team. They got some magic dust on them right now. They are winning games in crazy fashion. We saw last week against the Packers. That was some miraculous stuff. That throw that Caleb made against his body running to the, like, that was an amazing athletic throw. I don't know. I think the Bears can win this game. I do think it's more of a coin flip. I think that's a tough one to call. And what's the spread, T, in that
3.5. The Bears are getting 3.5 points. I mean, Soldier Field was rocking.
Going crazy. Going nuts.
Nuts for that first playoff game in a long time. So, and the Bears run game is a force. Like it really is that Monongai and Swift, look out, man. And then that I'm blanking on his name right now. The Robot Centaur, somebody on the chat. Do you remember his name? The rookie receiver, number 10 for the Bears, who's just having a great rookie campaign. I'll look it up if I have to, but great rookie wide receiver. And then Adunze is healthy for the for the Bears too, and that tight end Loveland out of Michigan. They're a force, man, and also the head coach, dude. By the way, there was a no swearing. Burden the third, thank you, Luther Burden the third, Jamar Stamps, Don Peralta, Robot Centaur. Thank you all, love it, thank you. By the way, not many Luthers out there anymore, dude.
There should be. There should be more. There always should be more.
I saw Luther Vandross in concert, and you know who?
So did I. So did I. I've seen him. 91. I saw him in Boston. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Actually, I think it was the same tour because Sinbad opened.
Yeah. Right? Yes. And by the way, I'll back Sinbad. I back him.
Yeah.
I back him. Murph and I used to laugh at that one Sinbad that used to do that commercial for Nike or whatever. He's like, man, you play street ball. You try to drive the lane. You wind up with a foot in your chest. With a foot in your chest. We used to laugh a lot at that one, Murph and I, man. Yeah. No, dude, I saw Vandross and Sinbad the same tour, bro. You hit the West, I hit the East Coast. And the best part was my buddy from Boston. We took these two girls. I don't even remember. I was on a date with somebody, and my buddy Joe Mazzi, what's up? I love you so much, Joe. We were like 20, dude. We're like 20, 21 years old. He brought a date. She was like in her 40s. And at that time, I was like, dude, whoa, like 40s? Wow. Like it was such a big deal that he was with this girl. She was like twice his age, man. It was freaking hysterical. Oh, man. But I'll tell you one thing. The ladies love Vandross, Holmes. They love. He comes out all sweaty with the towel. He's got the sequins on, dude. The girls are going bonkers over
Vandross. I'll tell you what, Paulie, the ballad Here and Now or The Power of Love, either one, just give it to me. Give it to me. I love Luther on both of those tracks. I also, while we're talking Luthers, I got to give love to Luther Campbell out of Miami, Florida.
Rest in peace. Am I right?
No, I don't think so. I think he's still with us. I think we put him in the grave a couple times.
I've done that. I don't know why I keep doing that. So I thought he was gone. All right, Luther, keep going, brother.
No, he's 65. He's 65, and he's in Miami, Florida, I guess, supposedly. So. Known as Luke Skywalker, Uncle Luke, and simply Luke is
Uncle Luke, dude. Uncle Luke. Yeah.
I mean, come on, 2 Live Crew, dude. Come on, are you kidding me?
Hey, one more word on Vandross, though, for your head. If you didn't know this, Tony, you got to know this for your resume. Vandross, a young Luther Vandross, sang backups on David Bowie's Golden Years. You know, Golden Years, wop, wop, wop. Yeah, Vandross is one of the backgrounds, and Young Americans too. He sang backup on a bunch of the Bowie stuff. Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, I would love to be the fly on the wall for those conversations between Bowie and Luther. They probably talked shoes. I know Luther had like 1,000 pairs of shoes, man. He had a whole closet dedicated to shoes. I got to be honest. I went through like a little bit of
talk shoes. What is that? A buckle? What do you got? A strap? What is that? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, get Dante Whitner going on shoes. By the way, don't forget about the Grit Code podcast with Rod Brooks, Dante Whitner, and Patrick Willis. That's probably going to be a good one this week. Just search for it on YouTube. Paulie, the spreads that's why I wanted to go over the spreads because they're kind of nuts. I mean, the only other one is that the Bills are getting 1.5 going to Denver. So the Denver's 1.5 point favorites.
I think Denver. I think I like Denver in that game. I'm just throwing it out there. How about yourself? I think this Bills team does not. I mean, they had a hard time, dude. They had a hard time in Jacksonville. They're on the road. Denver. I don't know. That Denver defense is formidable. That's a lot like the Houston defense, actually.
I think their wide receiver Shavers is hurt too, so that's not good news either. And
what's the spread one more time? Give me the point.
1.5. So Denver's favored by 1.5. Basically a home field advantage kind of a spread, right? Bo Nix, dude, is also having a hell of a year. So Bo Nix, it's hard to go against Bo Nix on some rest. Sean Payton just kind of in the twilight of his career, just having a really good year in Denver. So. I want the Bills to win so bad for Dr. Matt Young.
Me too.
For just Buffalo Nation. There it is. Robot Centaur checking in saying Shavers went on the IR, so he's done for good for the season. That's a bummer for Buffalo, but I root for Buffalo for Dr. Young and Bills and the Bills Mafia because of what they've been through as a fan base. You know, watching that Cowboys. Jerry Jones documentary, or not, whatever you want, docudrama, whatever you want to call it, revisiting those Bills losses, man. God, you think we have it bad? You think we've been through some tough times? Let's
not sugarcoat our situation. Our situation has gotten very Buffalo-esque. I mean, the only thing we're missing is we don't go every year and lose. We spread them out. But I will tell you this, dude, the fact that the Niners are 0-3 in their last 3 Super Bowls is just It's a really, really tough pill to swallow. And it begs that question, like, you have somebody like Rags who's just watching every year because the Cowboys, his team, are never in the playoffs. Like, would you rather go to the Super Bowl and lose it? Or would you rather just be shown the door earlier in the playoffs? Like, legitimate question for you, Tony. I don't know if I can take another L, dude. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like being a Steelers fan. Do you love that they never had a losing record under Tomlin's regime for 19 years, or do you hate the fact that they never went past?
He got him a ring, though. He got him the one. He got him one.
True.
I mean, that's Kyle needs that one. I mean, the Niners really, really, and that's why I keep tripping out about this 49er team right in front of us right now, because there's something going on with this group. Like, that was some pretty magic. I don't know. I just feel something is in the works right now. And how crazy / ironic would it be if this is the team that we get to ride into a Super Bowl without all the usual suspects you would expect that you need to have on the field to achieve that? They might be able to pull, because I'm telling you right now, I think this would be I know this might be a little premature, but I'm just throwing this out there. I think this will be a tougher match for San Francisco than the Rams or the Bears. Like, I would take on either of those two teams. This is, I think, going to be the really tough game. That's just my own feeling. How about yourself, T? Because, I mean, the Rams, listen, the Niners can beat the Rams. Mac Jones beat the freaking Rams this year, man. They can be beaten. The Bears can be beaten too. The Bears can be beaten too, man. I think the Niner offense against that Bear defense, I like that matchup. I don't know. How about yourself? Am I getting a little too?
No. Well, first of all, the NFC West was the best division in football all year. So that has the 49ers kind of well-traveled for this playoff run. But yeah, Seattle, at least defensively, I think they pose the biggest threat defensively. Seattle does. If they can get past Seattle, I don't care who they play. And you know what I mean? Like, if it's the Rams or the Bears, whatever, because I don't think either team would want to see the Niners, to be honest with you. Because
I agree with you, especially if we win this week.
Yeah.
If the Niners win this week, I don't think the Rams or the Bears are going to want to deal with us, but they're going to have to. Did we cover all the games, Tony? Did we hit the?
We did, but I was wondering, is it too are we past the holidays, or can we just give a little, maybe we would run into this guy again? I don't know. Maybe we McMahon Slay. I know it's not the holiday season anymore, but I mean, you gotta love the McMahon.
Now, this guy, I'll tell you right now, he's counting his lucky stars, dude. He got out of Carolina with a win, because that was a close shave, man.
Hey, there was a look on his face when Carolina scored in the I don't know, however many minutes left, 2.5 or 3 minutes to go, and he was walking the sideline, and it looked like he saw a ghost. Like, I think the thought was in his head, like, oh my God, we could lose. And they were 10.5-point favorites in that game, by the way.
Right.
So McVay on a sleigh. I don't care. Let's just 1 week at a time. And I think the Niners can do it. Darnold, force Darnold to beat you, right?
Yeah.
And just bottle up Smith and Jigba, Smith and Jigba, Walker, Charbonnet, and make bottle them up and make Darnold beat you. Because
by the way,
turnovers probably over one turnover, more than one turnover a game. Sorry.
Wait, say that last thing one more time.
Darnold averages more than one turnover a game.
That's the thing. Sam Darnold does not make me quake in my boots. I like him. I like yourself. I like the guy. I'm rooting for him. I'm glad he's got a new home up there and he's doing well and stuff. But at the same time, I don't look at Sam Darnold like, oh my God, how are we going to beat this guy? Quite the opposite, actually. I think he will make mistakes that will help us beat them. In fact, I think Robert Saleh is probably working on that right now. How can we force this guy into making some plays and some throws he doesn't want to make? And again, one of the reasons I'm feeling so confident this week is because of the job Saleh did with that defense in Philly. And by the way, one more thing on the head coaching thing, just while I'm thinking about Saleh, because you keep saying he could write his own ticket and take any team. So right now, you got the Jets, the Giants, the Ravens, the Steelers, the Las Vegas Raiders. That's 5 teams, and I might even be missing a couple. There's
Arizona Cardinals.
Cardinals, thank you very much. So, by the way, speaking of the freaking Cardinals, baseball note real quick. You see the Diamondbacks just signed Nolan Arenado? Did you see that?
Yeah, but how much longer is he going to play?
Well, he's got 2 years left on that deal now from St. Louis. So, you say Cardinals, just throwing that out there. A little baseball nugget for you guys. Real quick.
Go ahead.
this is the thing I keep saying, like Mike Tomlin stepped down. You know what I mean? Harbaugh let go from Baltimore. Like, I feel like these are the times I feel glad we have Shanahan.
Yes.
Because now listen, am I upset that he's 0-2 in Super Bowls? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. But at the same time, when I look around, I don't know who Niner fans would want to come in and take that role. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think Jed York knows what he has with this guy. And I think he's probably going to keep him in place for as long as he can. It might come a time when Shanahan wants to change the scenery, but I think he wants to finish this thing. And I think the same with John Lynch. Like, John Lynch is hell-bent on bringing a Lombardi trophy to San Francisco. Like, John Lynch will not feel like the job is complete unless they win a Super Bowl. And I think that goes for Shanahan too. So I'm just saying, like, well, you watch all these vacancies popping up, legendary coaches like Harbaugh and Tomlin looking for new homes. Like, you know, I think we got to be pretty grateful that we have Shanahan. I really do.
Definitely. Hey, on that note, I think it's time, Paulie. I think it's time for bookmarks, if you would, because there's some stuff and there's some cool Shanahan stuff in bookmarks. Actually,
let's go bookmarks, and then I want to do a Dr. Young spot too, Tony, and then we can wrap today. But let's get the bookmarks happening, and then Dr. Young.
Yeah, and then we'll go here. Gosh, this thing is sticking. Come on, man. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I don't know why this isn't playing.
It's time.
There we go.
Sure, go ahead, laugh if you want to.
For bookmarks.
Maybe that's how you get your kicks. You and your good time buddies.
PMP style.
I got a flash for you, Joy Boy. Party time is over.
Yeah. Damn it, man. Hey, Tony, oil me up and throw some glitter on me, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to go clubbing.
Oh, that's so
one of my favorite pieces from Don Peralta. I love the Joy Boy jam. Well done, Dommy. All right, Tony.
As Don Peralta says, he's a Joy Boy head.
I am too. I'm a Joy Boy head too. I really am. All right, well, let's get in. What do you got in there for me today, buddy? You're all excited about this.
Well, no, there's some fun stuff, and one of them is from David Shanklin. He sent this to us, and I also found it on social media, but we'll get to it in a second here. Okay. Let me just get to bookmarks. Stand by. I know, right? So I think you put this in here, Paulie.
That's a Murph. That's I saw a tweet from Brian Murphy, and he actually mentions particles. So I read the caption he wrote up there.
He says, some may say particles are gathering with posts like these. And he lives in the news in the old helmet car, dude.
Dude, how do we get one of those helmet cars and we just start driving it down 101, dude, in the right-hand lane, like with the hazards on, just driving the Niner car? Like, we need one of those, dude. We really do.
I mean, that's obviously somewhere. Like, where's that thing living?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
well, I don't know where
it's probably in a warehouse. It's probably in some warehouse somewhere, just sitting there, like all the Candlestick Park seats. Remember, they were all in that warehouse. You had to go pull them out of there. Yeah.
So I love that, Murph. Great post. And Huey Lewis forever, and the news. Just Huey Lewis and the News. Very, very underrated band.
Well, that's a Niner. That is a great. And I love the fact that Murph is dropping particles in his tweet. I love that.
Heck yeah. Never forget the particles. We're gonna scroll down. Oh, this is great. Okay, did you see this?
I have not. No, I haven't seen this.
This is the Irish broadcast. Okay.
Notice that you guys dressed in all green. What a coincidence. Yeah.
Here, I'm going to turn the music down. Of the Niner Eagle game and the McCaffrey touchdown with Purdy. So here we go. This is great stuff. Check it out.
Yeah. He sends Bourne in motion, stumps his foot, gets the ball, looks to his right-hand side, steps up in the pocket, throws left instead. Touchdown, Niners! Christian McCaffrey right on the G of the Eagles in the end zone. And in the fourth quarter, they retake the lead. San Francisco up 4-23-19. And this battered, bruised, and banged up San Francisco team just won't take it lying down. He sends Bourne.
Is that great, man?
I got to say, too, probably a little extra love on this whole call because he's got one of his fellow countrymen in there catching the touchdown. He's got a McCaffrey, good Irish name, making the touchdown play. I'm sure that that added to his joyous call there.
Good call, V. I love that. I love that call. I just wanted to share that with everybody. Now, this is what Shank sent us, and we're going to show it on the show here in 1 second. Let us get rolling. This is a kid after the Eagles game. Obviously, he's an Eagles fan, but listen to this kid. This is great stuff. So his name is Sam Salvo, and he gives us a reaction to the Eagles' loss to the 49ers. And let me make sure the volume's up here. Yeah, here we go.
Give me some Salvo.
Yes, this was a huge letdown. This was my Christmas present, and I got a loss.
Oh, no. You probably would have rather had Cole, huh?
Yeah, probably. I'm feeling two of two things. A, I want A.J. Brown packing his bags, and I want him somewhere else that is not here. I love you, A.J., but, like, you can't make those drops in that game. And I also want Kevin Patullo flipping burgers at, like, the local McDonald's or something. I don't care.
Why do you say that?
Whenever he's an offensive coordinator, it's like he's flipping burgers. One side, he's cooking. One half, he's cooking. And the other half is completely raw. Yes, this was a huge letdown.
Is that great?
This kid is money. This kid's well, you got to get a microphone in front of this kid. He's got riffs. He's got pretty good takes. He's got good knowledge of the game. That kid is he's on his way. He's on his way.
It's so good. Here's the Grateful Dead tribute for Bob Weir. We showed that last night. That's John Mayer's tribute to Bob Weir. Really quickly, I'll just read it real quick for those of you who don't know. It says, "Okay, Bob, I'll do it your way. F&A. Thanks for letting me ride alongside you. It was a pleasure. If you say it's not the end, then I'll believe you. I'll see you in the music. I'll meet you in the music. Come find me anytime." Thought that was really cool. Short and sweet from John Mayer.
Yeah.
Paulie, moving on though. Fred Warner. Here's the video that has been circulating, and this is why I say take Fred Warner whenever he's ready to go. Whenever he can come back, I'll take him.
Let me see. I actually haven't seen this yet. Yeah. Nice, Fred. Nice. Yeah, man. Nice footwork. Ooh, the feet look good.
Right.
Let's go, Fred. Come on, 5'4". Me and you, buddy. Let's go do this.
All right. So, Warner, and by the way, just to repeat, his practice window has been opened. So, and in preparation, if they do make the NFC Championship game, he can play. So, great news right there from Fred Warner. And back to the bookmarks. This isn't well, Diana Rossini. I just put this in there. She found out that it was a bottle of Patron tequila that George Kittle ordered for the halftime locker room, where that Kittle watched the rest of the game with his wife in the Niners locker room and ordered a bottle of tequila that Jed York brought to him. But this is what I wanted to show you.
He asked for it, though. They were like, "Is there anything you need?" He asked for it. I wonder what they would have said if he was like, "I need some edibles. Somebody get me a bag of gummies ASAP." Like, would they have been able to come up with something? I wonder.
That's a great question, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and they probably would have provided it for him, But I love that he's a tequila guy. I love tequila too. So, but this is the post-game locker room speech, and if you haven't seen it yet, this is great stuff. So I thought we'd share it as well because it's really good stuff. So here we go. It's Shanahan in the locker room after beating the Eagles. Here we go.
Hey guys, as I said every week, man, I can't tell you guys how proud of this team I am. Guys, like the fact that we had two linebackers play that game that weren't on our team a month ago, and not to make Garrett, Eric, the fact that you guys were ready for that, and not to mention, I think you guys balled your ass off, man. You guys were all over the place, man. So much love, so much respect. Thank both of you guys, man. Guys, losing George like that, like at the beginning, is George in here? Love you, dude. Thank you for everything, man. Hey, guys, all we asked for was another shot, dude. I wanted another shot. You guys earned that in the best way possible, man. All right, we got to get home. All right, guys, I can't thank you guys more for allowing us to do this. Enjoy the night. All right, love you guys.
Hey, enjoy it, man. We earned it, bro. We earned another week with our brothers. Let's keep it going. Going. We're not finished, man. We're not finished. We still writing our book now. Let's go now. Niners on 3. 1, 2, 3. Niners!
Okay. Stop it right there, because that is such. I hadn't seen the Trent Williams portion of that. I had seen Kyle's part, but I hadn't seen that. I want us to leave the Niner discussion right there, because that is such a high point and such a good feeling. I'm telling you what, dude, Tony, are you feeling? I don't know why I'm saying this. Are you feeling what I'm feeling? I'm feeling confident. I'm saying, get me to Saturday night. One more Saturday night. Bob Weir went down to the mountain. I was drinking some. Let's go, man. Let's roll into Seattle and just punch him in the nose, man. Let's just break that nose. draw some blood, put some points on the board. And I want to, just like Philly, hit them fast, put some points on the board quick, make them have to play catch up, dude. I can't wait till Saturday. Now I'm getting fired up.
Yeah, totally. And you know what I see in that video, Paulie, is total cohesion. Everybody is bought in. Yeah. Everybody has bought in, and they are a collective unit that it.
You mean you don't miss? Sorry, Tony. You don't miss Brandon Ayuk with his hoodie up, just pouting in the corner. You don't miss that,
dude. I just the Eagles don't have that. I don't know what other team has that. Sure, maybe the Bears have it going right now. Maybe the Texans do. Maybe I don't know.
The Bears have some dust on them too. The Bears have a little bit of a magical quality happening right now too. They have all that energy. You talked about the crowd last week against Green Bay. I mean, their crowd this week is going to be insanity in Chicago. And by the way, the Rams, I don't know how they are as an outdoor cold weather team. The Niners have proven time and time again that cold weather is not a problem for this group. They walked into Green Bay, they beat them, they won in Philly this year. Cold weather, but I wonder if that affects Matt Stafford and the Rams. Legitimately, I do.
Yeah, and it's also natural grass versus the turf of SoFi that they're used to. So, I'm telling you, this is going to be a very interesting weekend of football because I actually disagree with a lot of the spreads of the 4 games. The Buffalo Denver game I think is spot on, but the Bears getting 3.5, the Niners getting 7.5. Wow, that's shocking to me. So again, back to that video with Shanahan, total that is chemistry.
Yeah,
and don't underestimate chemistry and what guys are willing to do for each other when they believe in each other. And the Eagles did not believe in each other.
No.
Some did. Some of them did, but not.
I think Pittsburgh had that same feeling too. Yeah. Pittsburgh was a very kind of disjointed, not cohesive, you saw Rodgers. We talked about it, yelling at his teammates, yelling at his coaches. And I think it matters too, Tony. I'm with you on that. I think the locker room matters. I think the vibe in the locker room matters because I've been in locker rooms where the vibe is not good.
Yep.
And it's not a good feeling. For a guy like me in the media, I don't think it can be good for the players. It's quiet, it's tense. And when you go into a loose locker room, there's a feeling in there wow, these guys, they're all on the same page. And I agree with you. I think that's what we have right now with Kyle Shanahan. And again, credit to Shanahan, credit to the game plan he drew up, credit to Saleh. I think that those might be our 2 greatest weapons going into this game is our coaching staff, honestly.
100%. And those guys wear their hearts on their sleeves too. And I think that's why players love playing for Saleh. And I don't know if there's many other coaches in the NFL while being recorded, knowing that this video is going to circulate all over the planet, literally telling a player, I love you. Right? And that's not just words from Shanahan. I really do feel like he loves his players and knowing that they'll battle for him. And and you could come to San Francisco knowing that you're going to get a shot, and it goes back to what we talked about yesterday about being ready for your shot. Garrett Wallow, man, what a story. Eric Kendricks, what a story. Marcus Siegel, what
here's a sentence I didn't think I'd ever be speaking in early 2026, but I mean every word of this. Tony, I can't wait to watch Wallow play a linebacker again in Seattle this week. Can't wait. I can't wait. Dark Hollow Wallow. Let's get out there and make some plays. All right, dude, let's give Dr. Young some love, and then we can wrap for today, and then we'll get ready for our night flight tomorrow night. Great to be back, by the way, talking Niner ball. And I'm with Trent. I want this thing to keep going. Let's keep it going. Great job in Philly. Let's keep this thing going, dude, because you knock out the Seattle Seahawks, dude. I'm telling you, there's going to be some crazy excitement around here, and I'm all in for that. All right, in the meantime, the excitement continues. It's year 2. It's our great sponsorship relationship with Dr. Matt Young and the Young Dental Group. By the way, the entire Tony family went in, Megan, the kids, they all got their work done. How did everything go with your family and Dr. Young?
Dom and Liv doing great. Actually, Dom and Liv have braces in their future because Dr. Young wants to get out in front of it and says, see this little overbite, see this, he's pointing stuff out. And it's okay.
Yeah.
Good. Respect and get it done at a young age so you don't have to do it later.
Yeah.
All for it. And also do it while you have good insurance that will help pay for it too. And Dr. Young takes most insurances, which is another thing.
Yeah.
Megan did 6 hours of dental work where she got knocked out, and Dr. Young knocked out a bunch of different small things in one fell swoop. Dr. Young texting before the session, during the session, after the session, and checking in the day after. And Megan's going back, today's Tuesday, Megan's going back this Thursday for a follow-up, and he checked in on her meds, checked in on pain tolerance. Like, what you get from Dr. Young and the Young Dental Group is it goes above and beyond just literally taking care of your teeth. They literally care about you as a person and care about your well-being, especially after they've been inside your mouth for, in this case, 6 hours in Megan's case. But it just goes to show the type of people that are there at the Young Dental Group. And it goes to, and if you want to really like get the proof in the pudding, I talk about this all the time and I'll never stop talking about it. When you have a dental group that is open 6 days a week and open for 8 hours on a freaking Saturday, that tells you that they are there for you and that they want to be there available for you, knowing that everybody's got a very busy schedule. So Dr. Young, weekdays 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go Bills for Dr. Young. Dr. Young's from Buffalo, big Bills fan. We text about the Bills. I really hope they win. I would love to see the Bills win the game. Nothing against Denver. If Denver wins, I'll be happy for my friends who are Broncos fans, but would love to see the Bills win for Dr. Young. And happy dentist, right? Dr. Young, he should hang some Bills gear up in the office. I wonder if he does. But anyways, info@youngdentalsf.com if you want to email. And they respond very quickly, info@youngdentalsf.com, or call them 415-392-8611. 11, Paulie.
Thank you, Tony. Well said on all that. And I will say this too, when you call Dr. Young, when you email Dr. Young's office, make sure you mention the show. Tell him hey, Paulie Mack sent me, man. Creative Tony sent me. Let him know that you're with us. And I'm telling you right now, you will have a friend for life. He is a rock solid human being. In fact, I plan on going in this year myself. It's time for me to go get a checkup, get some gunk scraped off my teeth. We all got to do that. And what I learned, because I'm seeing people are like, wow, 6 hours for Megan. That's a long time. It is. But you know what I bet that's a result of? Probably not going for a long time. That's the thing. You got to stay on this stuff. And people, it's easy to be like, nah, I'm fine. I'm not going to do anything. Believe me, there's stuff going on in your mouth. You guys have no idea. He looks in there. He's like, whoa, okay, we got to take care of this. That's no good. Let me clean that out. So put yourself in the best hands possible. That would be the Young Dental Group. Open 5 days a week. Actually, make that 6, including the Saturday office hours, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The point is, he will work with you to find a time that, can accommodate you, your schedule, your family schedule. Totally get it. Like Tony just said, he is great with kids. He is great with adults. Don't put it off any longer. Make 2026 the year where you start to take care of yourself in a dental sense, and let the dental work be done by the great Matt Young and his group, the Young Dental Group. Get on down there to Union Square, 490 Post Street. By the way, last thing I'll say about Dr. Young, great Bills fan. This is a guy who knows. I compare him to Los D a lot in terms of their experience, in terms of their love for San Francisco. Dr. Young been in the game for over 25 years. Yeah. That's the kind of guy I want dealing with me and all my medical needs and my dental needs. So, Dr. Matt Young, we love you so much, buddy. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the sponsorship. Thank you for the friendship. Onward and upward in 26, bud.
We talk about the proofs in the pudding, Paulie. He's the president of the American Association of Implant Dentistry. He's the president. He's running the show. So the guy knows what he's doing. So if you're thinking about implants, if you need that down the road, call Dr. Young. They'll take great care of you. And we're so stoked to have him as a partner and a buddy. So, and those of you that have met him, it's hard not to get just kind of in a trance. When you see Dr. Young walking, it's such
don't forget to ask for the headphones. I know that's one of the first things I do. What are we listening to today, Dr. Young? He's like, what do you need? I'm like, I don't know. Give me some Jagger. He's like, coming right up. He's got playlists, dude. He's got playlists ready for you. Yeah.
He liked my choice of Jack Johnson, which I didn't even see coming until literally I was like, I think I want some Jack Johnson. Yeah. And it was perfect. It was the perfect vibe that I needed, Paulie. So, just to follow up on a couple of things, we got musical assignment this Friday. We'll follow up with Napa Dude, a.k.a. David Balfour, and make sure that he's cool with doing it Friday. I'm sure he will be. Yep. And that's the vibe we want to do right before game day on Saturday night. One more Saturday night. Bob Weir. And, Paulie, just the fact that we're having this conversation about Niners playoff football after everything they've been through this year, it's truly, amazing. And no, I don't think anybody wants to play the Niners. I don't think anybody wants to play them.
I agree with you, man. Watch out, Seattle. Watch the F out, because I am feeling it right now. And I wouldn't be saying that if I wasn't. I would not embellish that, but I really do. I have a feeling. I have a very good feeling about this game. And you know what occurred to me last night? Because I was watching some highlights of the Philly game late, as I've been known to do. By the way, good luck going to sleep after a night show where you eulogize Bob Weir. Dude, I was up for hours, flipping, flopping. I'm like, oh, my God. Because then I started thinking about Bobby, and I was like, oh, man, you know what I mean? I've seen him here. I saw him there. Anyway, so I was up late last night, and I started watching TV, and I started thinking this Niner team right now kind of reminds me, Tony, of, see if you can feel this, be my last thing of the day, that it reminds me in a way of the 81 Niners. And the reason for that is, the 81 Niners were not a collection of superstars. They were not household names. In fact, Joe Montana himself was he was still making a name for himself in 81. He really was. And like we knew in San Francisco, after the 13-3 season in 81, they beat the Giants, they beat the Cowboys, they beat the Bengals, they win their first Super Bowl. But the point is, Ricky Patton, Charlie Young, Freddie Solomon, like, yes, they had guys that went on to become Hall of Famers in Montana, Lott, Dwight Clark, obviously a superstar. But my point is, this team is kind of like that, dude. It's a collection of players that are not household names. They're not loaded with superstars. I mean, most of the superstars are not on the field. Right. Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, you know what I mean? Christian McCaffrey's out there. Granted, he is a superstar. But I don't know. I'm feeling an 81 vibe. That's all I'm saying. I'm feeling like an 81 vibe from this group right now in terms of the personnel on the field. And I think that's a really good thing. I really do.
And I think this is also a testament to a guy like Christian McCaffrey, who is I'm sure he's got an ego, of course, but
and he wants that ring, dude. I'm telling you, CMC wants a ring. I can feel it. I can feel it.
But the way he just kind of creates that vibe with all players around him. Like, he wants to make people better around him. Like, he's so team oriented. It's really fun to watch him play, man. And we're so lucky to have him. And then Brock Purdy, same thing. And Paulie, how about a kid like Upton freaking Stout?
I've been a fan of his all year. I've been a fan of Upton. I know you like Upton Stout too. Both of us. I've been high on that kid all year. Yeah.
Playing that play on 4th and 1 in Philly last Saturday where he knocked that ball down was a massive play for a rookie to make on the road.
It's a great call.
Playoff football.
Great call. In fact, I don't even think we mentioned that yesterday. It's a great call. That was a great play.
Oh, yeah. Incredible. And it's like that, and it goes to show you the ego and the I don't know. I'm not, because that Sirianni, I said before the play to my son, I'm like, he shouldn't be going for this. This is not a good decision. This is not a good decision by Sirianni. And then boom, Stout stops it. I'm like, yes. So Stout and Siegel. Could be Stout and Siegel. Yeah. Sounds like a law firm, says Robot Centaur. Stout and Siegel.
Nice. Stout and Siegel, where we take care of all your professional needs. Yeah, no question, man.
Hey, but it could be Stout and Siegel on Saturday. I hope that Jair Brown, rests up and gets healthy for Saturday, but we'll see. We'll see. Next man up, dude. It's the mantra of the season. So let's roll.
Yeah, man. And Garrett Dark Hollow Wallow. I'm telling you, that's my new favorite 49er. And he wears number 49, dude. Great Niners that have worn 49 over the years. Let's go through them real quick. I'm going to say Earl Cooper, right?
Earl Cooper.
Yeah. And there was the Harbaugh. There was a 49. Was it, bro? Who was the 49 during the Harbaugh era? Somebody help me out. There was a guy. It was like a special teams guy, occasional tight end, I think. Ooh. Am I wrong? I think there was. We'll have to look into it.
Well, what's his name? The tight end wore 46. Come on.
Delaney Walker.
Yeah, Delaney Walker.
Time out, Tony. Am I wrong when I say freaking Jeff Fuller was rocking 49?
Jeff Fuller. Oh, man.
Jeff Fuller. Bruce Miller. Thank you, Jamar. Jamar was on it. Bruce Miller. Yeah, he lost his freaking mind literally down in the Fisherman Wharf region. Remember when he went running amok, dude? I shouldn't be laughing at this. But, he did. Bruce Miller lost it in Fisherman's Wharf. They got him on, like, security cameras running around. Anyway.
Probably Jeff Fuller was 49. He was 49. Yeah,
I had a feeling. God bless Jeff Fuller, too. I'll never forget Jeff Fuller. All right, you guys. Hey, fun show today. I hope you guys are feeling the vibe because right now, there you go. NorCal Refrigeration, 49er, Jeff Fuller, my favorite player. He was a great player, dude. His career got cut short obviously with the injury and the arm problem and the paralysis. That was, Noemi's coming in too. 49. We got some 49s out there. But now I got my guy Garrett Wallow, dude, rocking 49. I'm telling you, hands on hips, defensive posture, middle of the field. Look for him on Sunday. He's going to be flying around. He had 11 tackles, dude. 11.
Final note on these guys that are filling in for these roles. You want to talk about a player, the guys that you're going to get hungry players, man. Like, cue up Hungry Heart, dude. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody that's signed off a practice squad from another team, you bet your ass they're going to be hungry. Or Eric Kendricks getting a second chance to, after his days in Minnesota. Good UCLA Bruin, Eric Kendricks, hungry. They're playing hungry. They're playing with their pants on fire. Yeah. We're very lucky to be in the situation, and I don't think anybody wants to play the Niners.
Let's go. Let's effing go, dude. I'm ready to go right now, dude. I'm ready to book a ticket to Seattle right effing now and disturb that little thing they got going on up there with the piped-in noise. All right, Tony, have a great afternoon. Everybody in the PNP Familia, love you guys. Patty, Will Sparks, Gravy, NorCal, Dami, Miguel, Rags, Karen Bell. On and on it goes. Patty from Napa. If I didn't say that, I'll mention it twice. You got your Arkansas Daves. Yeah, let's go, Patty. I'm feeling it. I really am feeling it. I like us up in Seattle. We'll talk more about it tomorrow night on the night flight, y'all. Make sure you join us for our first night flight of the year, at least my first night flight of the year. And we'll get into all the usual hijinks. Tony, at your leisure, you go ahead and round up the sounds and take us home, buddy.
I'll round up the sounds. Just want to remind people, if you want to become a member of the PNP VIP, just at the bottom of the screen, you can subscribe to what Patty just did. She's a member for 8 months. You subscribed. Feel free to subscribe and like the show when you're there. Feed that algorithm. Also, the audio versions on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And also, we just want to say thank you to Cron 4 and Cron 4 Plus. We love being a part of the Cron 4 Plus family and the Cron 4 family going into 2026. And Cron Chris saw him over the holidays. We're going to meet up with Cron pretty soon. But you can see our show every night at 11:30 if you missed it today. And also on demand. You can just scroll down on the Cron 4 Plus app and you can scroll down and find all of our shows on demand. And if you missed our Bob Weir tribute last night, and you want to check it out, go to our YouTube channel and just look for episode 239. This is episode 240, but last night's episode 249. You can check out our tribute to Bob Weir, Paul.
I like that there was a 49 attached to the Bob Weir show as being a big Niner fan that he was. By the way, Noemi says we missed her super today.
We did?
Yeah, I didn't even say. I saw the note, but I didn't see any super go up.
Oh, shoot. There it is right there. Sorry, Noemi. Thank you. She says, what did you give me for?
It's fried chicken. I love that kid, Noemi. I was a huge fan of that kid. Yeah, it's chicken. It's fried chicken. The kid who was eating the when they had those remember when that chicken sandwich craze happened? A few people are lining up at Popeyes, and I was like, you guys are out of your freaking minds. I don't know what's going on right now. You do realize that's fast food. You guys are lining up at 4 a.m. But anyway, Noemi, sorry about that, and thank you very much. I like it. I like it. I like the comparison.
I think it's a great call. And that guy's talking about he wants Petullo flipping burgers at McDonald's because one time he's flipping, one time he's cooking, the other time he's not. He's raw.
Yeah, they grow them early in Philly, man. They grow them early too. All right, brother, get us out of here, man.
Hey, thanks, Noemi, for the super. Thank you all for tuning into the show. Check us out tomorrow night on the night flight. And here we go, Paulie.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Thanks again, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Hey, Warriors Portland tonight. St. Mary's at USF. Get some basketball in you. The St. Mary's USF game is actually on ESPN2. I'll be watching that. I'll be watching the Dubs. We'll talk about all of it tomorrow night on the night flight, y'all. Onward and upward. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow night, kids. Cheers.
Peace, y'all.